Hey everybody, this is Coolin' Your Jets. Oh, that's right, Coolin' My Jets. Oh, hey, I got a project I'm putting together here. You guys get to experience it. Actually, what this is all about is the houses I grew up in. I just thought I'd make a collection, put them together, post them on my YouTube channel for my children. And of course share some of the memories that I have as a child. So this house is 2444 South Scott, Independence, Missouri. Probably about a 600 and maybe 50 square foot house. There is 4 of them in the neighborhood. The builder built 4 of them exactly alike. 4 of them all the way up to this corner across this actually, I think there's 5, one around the corner. There is one around the corner. That's where the Browns lived. The Brown family was their name, their last name. This was where the Linsons lived. This was an open, when I was a kid, this was a open porch. I'm pretty sure the steps went right up to the front here, onto the porch and through the front door. The Linsons lived there. Old Lady Linson, I remember my mom used to refer to her. Her husband, she always called her husband Honey. Honey Linson. I don't know if that was his name or not. The Shepherds lived here in a greenhouse. And there was a chicken coop that was over on this property, over here. It's tore down now. This garage, this was a garage. This is evidently the house. This was a garage. Anyway, the people that lived there's name was Smith, and an old man and old woman had their grandchild. I think he was their grandchild. I think Kelly, and his girlfriend moved in with him. I don't know if they were ever married. Her name was Jean, and she had like 4 kids. Bubby, and they all lived that would have been living right in this area here was a converted chicken coop. Bubby and Dorothy and 3 others, I think, younger ones that were younger. Dorothy was the oldest. I remember as a kid, Dorothy, when I was like 6 years old, we were playing outside, and it was like her and I was the only kids outside. Funny story, but I got to tell it. You show me yours, I'll show you mine. You know, little kids do that. Happened right here between these 2 houses. This fence was not here. And of course, you know, this front porch was not here. We had, what are they? Kind of like a juniper bushes out front. And they always had bagworms. Anyway, so we cut them out. But anyway, yeah, the Smith family. My mom was interviewed by a CPS because one of the, Jean was her name, Kelly was her husband. They lived with the old couple named was Smith, which I think was Kelly's grandparents. Kelly was the husband or boyfriend. I'm not sure what that relationship was. But one of the babies fell out of the high chair, got a soft spot on its head, and the story I was always told is one of the other younger children hit the baby in the head and busted the, was a water-filled pocket on the skull, and the baby died. Anyway, sad story, but those kinds of things happen. And in actuality, when I was in the 5th grade, when we moved, 4th grade, the summer between 4th grade and 5th grade, we moved from this house to another neighborhood, which will be my next short video. I might splice these all together, I'm not sure. But anyway, Dorothy and, we call him Bubby, Eugene, they were the 2 oldest. They're both dead now, I remember. But they actually moved to the same neighborhood that we had moved to, and I will explain that later. But anyway, we're going to leave this at this for right now. Don't know if I'm going to attach this and put a bunch of videos together or just have a bunch of little ones, but this was the first house. This would have been the first house that I lived in, probably the time I was a baby. I don't think there was any up until 4th grade. I don't think there was any other places. I think my brother was born in another apartment, but my parents moved in this like when he was a year old or something, right before I was born. Yeah, splicing back in here, trying to clarify. I was watching my video on this topic here. As I pointed out, a chicken house here, but I need to probably explain that years and years ago, before my parents even bought the house and moved in, it was converted into a house. But yeah, definitely it had the shape of a chicken coop, the outside of it. But the Smith family. And of course, in this particular house is the house that my dad had tried to break my older brother from the fear of darkness, and he closed the basement door that went down in the basement stairwell while my older brother was in the basement, and oh my God, he was screaming like crazy. You know, and my dad thought, well, he'll get used to it. But no, it was just too much for him to handle. But yeah, that's another story. And also, I want to point out, you know, some of the childhood memories. Okay, childhood memories. We're going to do a exit street view. Let's see if I can orientate this location here. Back out a little bit more. Back out, back out, back out. Where's the property at? Yeah, right here. This is the property. This is the garage, and the chicken house would have been up here, and this is the house I lived in. When I was a kid, you can see right here, this driveway, yeah. Me and my brother knocked a car out of park, rolled it down, and it crashed into a tree. Dad had went back in the house. I guess they was warming it up. It was wintertime, whatever. And we crashed into a tree. Me and my brother, probably 1 and 2 years old. We're about, I don't know, we're about 14 months apart, something like that. And also, Mr. Smith used to grow the biggest sunflowers. I've never seen them so big. They were like 8-10 feet tall with gigantic sunflower blooms. So just kind of adding that in. Anyway, thumbs up, like, and subscribe, and remember one thing. I want you guys to always remember one thing. Always have a good day.